y'all at this fine and lovely day? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Everybody, oh, you feeling the brown, the earth tones, the earth tones. Happy Power Professional Day. I'm so excited to be in good company with you all today. I'm really excited on 2/22/22. You know, Baltimore, we gotta hit you with the 2. Okay, hold on. We got a little bit of an echo. Y'all hear the echo today? Hey, Bree. Let's see. Any of y'all hearing a little bit of an echo? Tuesday on that 2/22/22. Baltimore, stand up. You guys say like it's an echo. Okay, let me see. Let me see. All right, how about now? Is that any better? Any better? Any better? Any better on the echo? No, it's still an echo? Oh, man. I wonder why that is today. Oh, static. You know what? I wonder is that my earring hitting up against my let's experiment. I try to get cute for y'all. It's not really working out. So let's see if that works out. Hold on. Let's see. Nope. They ain't working out with these y'all young girls gonna have to. I sound better now without the headphones in. That's better. Oh man, all right, well shoot. Let me just go ahead and put that on the side then. Cause last time y'all had me around here sounding like RoboCop without the headphones. So I'm glad that's cleared up and I can just talk to you all just like this. All right, well, boom. No headphones it is. Y'all just gonna have to hear my annoying voice as is. I'm excited to be here with y'all, but I know y'all gonna be a little disappointed because it's just us today. It's no Miss Joni, it's just me. I hope y'all okay with it being just me. Don't do me like that because last time, you know, y'all did me real wrong, but we won't bring that up. It's a brand new year on a Tuesday. And I'm more than excited to be here with you all. Now the question is again, am I frozen? Because now I'm frozen on my side. There's no love for me today. It is no love. Okay, not frozen. All right, let's go with that. All right, so welcome to Power Professional Tuesday. I want to know, I never really get a chance to check in with y'all anymore to just see how y'all week was going. How was the week going? Have you been able to incorporate anything that we've been talking about? You see yourself maybe addressing things a little bit differently? How y'all living? How y'all been? Don't go on quiet on me now. We done been through some things together, okay? We done been through some things together. I thought we was family. Y'all told me I was auntie and coming to the cookouts and such. Okay. Does I've been better mean I've had better days? Or does that mean you're doing a little bit better now? Because I would love for it to be I'm doing a little bit better now, but I also understand I've had better days. I can understand that. It's almost spring break. You are absolutely right. And I'm looking forward to doing something. Since I had my accident, I have not been able to drive. I have had to go to physical therapy now 3 times a week. And I'm tired, y'all. I'm tired. All right, everything been going good. That's fantastic. So our topic today, right? our topic today, we're actually going to talk a little bit about mental health. We're going to talk a little bit about mental health. There's so many different aspects of mental health, but I really want to address some things about mental health because those show up so differently, whether we're at home or whether we're at work, and what we're doing in our off times to prepare us for when people are testing us mentally. So I want to talk about a little bit about that today. But part of this segment, like every other segment that I do with you all, and I really need to make sure that every week you all are understanding that I'm here for you all 100%. I'm here to address um, what's on your minds. If it's not what I prepared for that week, I'm perfectly okay with that too. I'm okay with shifting gears and moving to something that's important for you all right now. So, part of what we're going to do today, because mental health is just one of those topics where not everybody is comfortable sharing, even though they would like to be. They want to kind of throw their hat in the ring, but you may not be able to. Um, I want to put my phone number out there, right? So I know that Cam always got my back, right? Somebody out there, do me a favor and add the following phone number to our message today. And that is going to be 410-497. 7309. Again, that's 443. No, not 443. Sorry, 410-497-7309, I think. And that's my business number. I always get the 443 and the 410 mixed up. So, yeah. Yeah, that's it. The 410-497-7309. Now, that's going to be important for us today because unlike times before where I'm kind of like, y'all, light up the chat and tell me what you think, tell me what you're going through, I really would prefer today, if you are not comfortable um, reaching out and saying what you're going through, but you kind of want me to address it, please text my line. And we're going to talk about mental health a little bit, but I Donovan, don't do me like that, okay? Look, don't do me like that on this Tuesday on 2/22/22. I can't remember it all, but I want to talk about certain things about mental health and how that shows up. But please feel free to text my line if you want me to address something that has been on your heart, it's been on your mind. We're going to do an Ask Tay session where you get a chance to text me if you are not comfortable putting that in the chat, and we're just going to address it just like that. Okay. All right. So when it comes to mental health, as much as a lot of people would like to believe that um, it's not real, and here we are in 2022, and people still don't believe that mental health is real, but it is real, and it shows up in so many different ways throughout our life. And as much as you believe that maybe you've gotten to a place where you can pretend, I'm here to tell you that pretending has a timer. Pretending has a timer. There's only a certain amount of time you can pretend until the real you shows up. And the real you can show up in a very authentic way. It's not always a bad thing. The real you is something that the world has been waiting for. And maybe in this instance, you didn't show up as your best self because you've been pushing it down and pushing it down and pushing it down. And so it's very important to be able to share those things, even if it's not in a open forum, to be able to share that with someone somewhere. Okay. I just want to state that first. If you need help, if you need help, please, please, please make use of call-ins, make use of hotlines, make use of therapists, make use of someone who can help you. And don't feel like in that moment you have to have the answers, or you have to figure out exactly why you're feeling the way you do. That's what professionals are for. Professionals are there to assist you to draw it out at the right time and know exactly what to do with it. Sydney Johnson just said, talk to me Tuesdays tonight at 7. That sounds fantastic. Please make use of every opportunity that you get to talk to someone and not push it down. So I'm going to preface this statement, this conversation that we have with each other with, please, 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 if you are in need, please reach out to a professional. Don't worry about what people are going to think about you. Don't worry about people thinking that you're crazy. There has been an increase of suicide, and I just want the best for you all. So please reach out to somebody if you need help. Okay? Oh no, the hotlines be putting people on hold. Oh my goodness, that's terrible. I'm not sure what hotline that is. I don't know if that's the national hotline, or if that's local hotlines, but I know that there has been a great increase of people feeling like they are just no hope. They just have no hope. And I'm just going to advise you all that to not wait until you get there. Don't wait until you feel that you can't take any more, to try to reach out, for help. You should reach out for help really if you're at that place. But please, if you at all possible, if you could reach out before then, please do. Please, please do. This pandemic has really taken its toll on a lot of people. It has. And for some of us, we are dealing with it a little bit better maybe than others, but we are still having to face being locked down, not being able to go about life in our normal way. And that has impacted us. It has. And we don't have to ignore that. You have a safe space to be able to say, I'm not okay. Right? Um, yes, please reach out if you absolutely that you reach out if you can. All right. So, in our discussion today, I really wanted to talk about, making yourself mentally strong, activating that mental muscle. That happens, like I said, long before you get to a place where you have to exercise it in a real life setting. You should know what you're going to do before it happens. Now, a lot of you are like, Miss Tay, how can I know what I'm going to do before it happens? It's practice. If you know for a fact that how you respond to things is aggressively, you know that outright. Nobody has to come along and tell you, hey, you handled that, with your fists instead of your words. You know that ahead of time, right? And if you know those things ahead of time, you do well to work on those things now. To work on them now. Don't wait until the circumstance arises for you to use that opportunity to try to exercise restraint. It's not going to work. It's not going to work, right? So let me tell you what that looks like maybe on a smaller space and how you can start exercising those things now. Okay. Somebody cuts in front of you in line. Did they not see me? Huh? Excuse me. Excuse no, no, no. Excuse me. No, I know you saw me. I know. No, 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 no. See, that's the thing, right? We have an option. We don't have to respond negatively in that moment. Was it right for that person to cut us off, to not acknowledge us standing there? No, it wasn't. But that's an opportunity, a smaller opportunity where we can show restraint, right? Now, let me tell you about something bigger. Bigger. Now you're in the workplace. We have a deadline hitting, and you were just about to turn in your assignment when your manager is just like, you know what? You know what? I need your assignment right now. Right now, because I'm tired of it. I'm sick of this and I'm sick of you. I told you I needed it, and I still had to come to you and ask for the assignment instead of you coming to me. So now this is a bigger situation. Your manager, you were just about to turn it in, and now your manager has completely gone off in your face in front of everybody. And this is where you have already started to exercise restraint. Because if you don't, you and that manager are going to have it out right then and there. And whether you are right wrong or we are headed toward indifferent, you can still lose your job. All because of how you respond. Some of you are going to say, well, that's not fair. As much as I would love for us to sit here and say, you know what, you're right. The world should be fair. It's not. Certain instances are just not fair. They're just not fair. And I would be really wrong to try to tell you all that it's going to be. In those instances, you can be right, your manager can be wrong, and you still need them to sign off on your check. That's life. That's life. So we have to work on not responding in those moments. Now, this is the part where y'all like, well, I ain't going to be punked. I'm not going to be. I ain't going to have somebody treat me some sort of way and I just not respond. Right? Okay. So in this moment, let's play this out. The manager then went off on you in front of everybody. And you're going to stand up for yourself in that moment. You're going to have words with them. And then you get fired. So you were right and fired. You are rightfully fired, right? And though there are other ways to handle this in the workplace, right? Every workplace has or should have a place for you to report abuses. They have places for mediation. They have places for you to do this without your words. It doesn't have to be you with the finger in somebody's face. You know what? Forget all this. Meet me outside. Because you have a family to take care of. And sometimes right now, your family might just be you. You might be a family of one, but you still have bills to pay. You have a future to look after, and you cannot throw all of that away for a manager that can't control themselves. Right? So we don't lose ourselves in a space just because other people don't have control. That's not what we're going to do. We have to be able to practice having control in smaller aspects of life. Now, that could also mean having control with our parents. Our parents sometimes lose control. And as an adult, we feel that they should have more control. But our parents don't always respond 100% the way they're supposed to 100% of the time. It just doesn't happen that way either. They are dealing with, the manager who talk badly to them. They're dealing with, the coworker who just won't leave them alone. And unfortunately, not for all parents, but for some parents, they choose to overextend their authority in places where they can, because in other places they can't. So they may not speak up when it comes to the boss who has just embarrassed them in front of everybody. They may not speak up when it comes to the coworker who, has decided to embarrass them. And then when they get home, they may be like, didn't I tell you to? Yeah, because I told you to. We're going to do what I say at my house because my rules work here. Sometimes they overextend the authority because they can, because they have lost control in other situations. Instead of, even in those moments, you could have done everything right. You could have done some cleaning up. You could have done your homework. You could have made sure the house was clean, and your parents still came in and expressed themselves this way. And of course, you could definitely say, you know what, because you missed the fact that the house was clean. You missed the fact that the dishes were done. You missed this, and you tried to come in here and argue with me because you got a boss that treats you bad. You got a boyfriend that treats you like trash. You got a wife that don't have respect for you, and then all of a sudden you trying to bring that over here. All of those things may be right, but that is not what the situation needs. Where there a wise proverb, okay, where there is no fuel, the fire goes out. The fire goes out. So your parent came in, they skipped over everything that you did do and focused on what wasn't done, and you have a choice to make. You have a choice to make. You can use this opportunity to say, okay, or you can fight the good fight. You can fight the good fight and lose the war. And in losing the war, the parent is now threatening to put you out. You underage, but they still threatening to put you out. Oh, you grown. You grown, huh? You gonna argue with me in my house. Get your stuff and get out. And maybe once you spend a few nights in the shelter, you'll realize and can come back here and know how to talk to me. Right now, they kicking you out. You got to gather your stuff in the middle of the night. You trying to call somebody who knows somebody, and maybe you can come and stay with them when you could have just not. When you could just not. Now, like I said, that's not always easy to do when when anger is high, when it's here. That's why you practice on those smaller aspects of life. You have to practice so that you, when you get to that place where you are in a relationship, and when I say a relationship, I also mean a relationship between a parent and a child, because that's a relationship as well. It's not balanced. Not everybody has a mature parent. That's a privilege. But sometimes you have parents who are immature. And now I'm having to have a discussion with you all about how to handle not just immature managers, but immature managers of their household, AKA some parents. It happens that way. It happens that way. And we can use these opportunities to just not. We don't have to respond to somebody responding, badly to us. It says, if I'm embarrassed by someone I know while a lot of people are around, I would actually have to take the person aside just to not to remind the person to control themselves, but don't speak on a lot. Yeah, that's a mature thing to do. Take them off to the side. Let me talk to you over here for a second. But again, not easy to do if you haven't already practiced that. You may find yourself responding to your friend sideways. You might have to get into a fight with your friend because you like, hold up, you're not going to embarrass me like this. Now you done punched your friend in the mouth because that you got to counteract how they responded to you. You don't have to. You really don't have to. Sometimes time in between a situation happening can also assist. It can also assist. But here's the thing. You said grown adults that bothered and intimidated by a child. Now here's the thing. That's real talk right there. That's real talk, right? That's the reality of it, and it will be hard. That's the truth. It's hard. But I'm here to tell you that every trial ends. No trial is forever. It's not. It ends. Now, some trials are longer than others, but they are temporary. You might have a trial just living at home, right? Feeling ignored, feeling neglected, feeling persecuted, feeling, just attacked. One day, you will have the means and the resources to leave. The trial can be temporary. You are in a job that you can't stand and you hate going there, and you can eventually you will have obtained the knowledge, the skills, and the resources to apply someplace else. No trial is forever. So we don't even have to respond in these moments as if they are going to be forever. They don't have to be. They do not have to be forever. And we don't have to treat them or give them the energy as if they are going to be forever. We move on. We move on. Right? He said, but then my face says it all. I can't even lie to you. I am that person. I am that person. I have to watch my face at all times. And even when I don't have a face, I have a face. Y'all heard Joni the other week talk about I was a hater with a clipboard. Now, how is that possible when I didn't even say anything? I didn't even say anything in that moment. I just had no face. I was just kind of. But even in that moment, people be like, oh, you just sit here thinking you better than everybody, huh? You just don't feel like you gotta say nothing. You be like, oh, this the face. It's not even what I said. Cause you smarter than everybody, huh? You just got this whole thing figured out, huh? I haven't said anything. You know, even in that, right. Even with that body language, people can come to the conclusions based off of how they feel about themselves, right? Those comments of, you think you better, huh? They have been put in situations where they have looked at other people and maybe have been treated less than. And this is yet another circumstance where somebody is treating them wrong. You know, some things are not about us as much as it is about their experiences and the things that they've gone through. So I take all of those things into consideration. And to the best of my ability, without feeling punked, without feeling less than, I address the fact that you need something from me, right? So let's say I have a situation with a parent and they're like, oh, okay, because you think you better, huh? You think you better. What's that look on your face? I didn't think I made a look. What do you need from me in this moment? I ask people that what would you like to get from me? What can I help you with? That tends to diffuse things oftentimes, you know, because I need to be able to understand we're having this altercation because you need something from me, and I need for you to be able to articulate to me what that is. And sometimes people don't even know. They're like, you know what I need you to have some respect. I do respect you. I appreciate what you do for me. When you respond to people in that light, in that manner, people really don't know what to do with that. I'm not gonna lie. They just don't know what to do with it. They like, I'm gonna go ahead in my room then because you know I don't like how this is going. Okay. There's nothing you can do with that. There's nothing you can do with that. If I'm responding to you kindly in this way, again, where there's no fuel, the fire goes out. I'm not going to meet you on this level. It's beneath me. It's beneath me. I don't have to stoop to your level to address you. I don't have to be unkind to you. If you're calling me names, I don't have to respond with name calling. I really don't. You know, you think you, but you ain't even all that though. I mean, look at you, you dark skin, you this, you that. And I am. I don't know where we were going with that, but okay. You know, and move on. And move on. People feel like they want to bring you down, right? And that's because they see you on a pedestal. They have placed you on that pedestal. They realize that you're doing well, that you are elevating, and they can't stand it. And they just need to be able to just tug, just reach up, tug you down, right? The only way you can be pulled down is if you come down. You done got off the pedestal to come down to address them directly. You don't have to. They can't pull you off the pedestal. The only way you could come down is if you get down, right? So we don't address people on that level. We don't address adults like that. We don't address people our age like that. Older people, when they want to come with disrespect, because older people come with disrespect on the regular. Older people come with disrespect probably the most. And they be like, well, you know, I'm old, so I get to say you don't. No, you don't, mama. No, you don't. You don't get the permission slip to make me feel ugly. You don't get a permission slip to make me feel less than. You don't get a permission slip to insult me because you have an AARP card. No, you don't, grandma. No, you do not. So guess what? Guess what? Even in those instances, we set boundaries for people. We like, you know, they want to come with the disrespect. We don't have to address it. I don't have to. I don't have to address any of those things. I can be silent. I can walk away. I need to go and plan, you know, my business and all of those things. I got stuff to do. I got stuff to do and I have places to be. That's my favorite thing. I got things to do and places to be. And people like, where you going? Like I'm going somewhere today. No, I'm going places in life. I got things to do and places to be. I don't have time for this. I don't have time for people who's trying to bring me down, tear me down, make me feel less than. They want to make it seem like my ideas are crazy and stupid. And what makes you feel like you can, whatever. Okay. But again, we practice those things on small things first. We take the opportunity to work on ourselves. And a lot of y'all be around here lying, talk about, I didn't know I was going to respond like that. You had a good idea. You have a good idea of what you are prepared to do. You have a good idea. You know whether you have the capacity to fuss somebody out, curse somebody out, punch somebody in the face, run them over with your car. You know what you have the capacity to do. And you would do well to practice not responding soon. But those are not the type of things that we learn in school. As a matter of fact, those are really not even the type of things that we learn from our parents. Because our parents many times teach us through their example that they don't have restraint. And that's because they don't show their children restraint. But that's not, when I say that, I want to say that parents do the best that they can with what they have. And while your parent may have not been the type of person to show restraint, they may not have been the type of person to sit you down and tell you that you're beautiful and you're smart and I can't wait to see the future things you're going to do. They gave you the best that they had. They gave you everything that they had, and unfortunately, it just wasn't enough. And I know that I tell you all this all the time, but I need for you all to practice forgiving. Practice forgiving. Because as much as you can say, you know what, I'm going to be okay. I'm going to go places and I got people to see and places to go and all of those things. I want you to understand that you can arrive at your destination and still feel empty. You can still be triggered by the idea of not being seen. You can still be triggered by someone ignoring you. You can still be triggered by someone not loving you the way that you deserve to be loved because you didn't forgive. You didn't forgive. Forgiveness is not the art of just saying, I forgive you. It's being able to take the hole that the person made and being able to fill it. Being able to fill it. Now, what does that mean? That means that when someone else comes along in your heart and in a relationship of any kind, whether that's a family relationship, you choose to have children, you choose to get married one day, you choose to have a relationship, that person should not come along and fall in the hole. What does falling in the hole mean? It means that when they make a mistake, and sometimes it is a mistake, they make the mistake of not giving you what you need in that moment. You are now subjecting them to falling through the cracks that somebody else made. Now you done brought up years of, you know what? I'm going to tell you what I'm not going to do. I'm not going to be in a relationship where I can't be seen and you don't give me what I need in order to thrive because what we're not going to do. Forgiveness means that I realize that you made this hole in my heart and I'm going to fill it by healing myself. So that when somebody else comes along and they don't love us the way we need for them to love us, we are able and capable of sitting down and having a conversation. We're not going to be like, you know what? I ain't going to tell them because they should know. And quite frankly, I should drop them right now because you know what? It's just going to be yet another thing, the same way my mother did me, the same way my brother did me. I was there all of them times for him. I was there all of them times for her, and they were never there for me. So now this relationship is going to come along and they think they're going to do me the same way. Nope. Hey. Hey, hello. What we do in those instances is that we heal ourselves. We heal ourselves, right? We give ourselves the space and the opportunity to say, I am hurt. And I don't know what it is about those words of I was hurt that we shy away from saying. I really don't know what it is because we are human. But for some odd and strange reason, we don't want to even let other people know that they had the ability to hurt us. Right? So, heavens forbid, I actually sit you down and say, hey, I actually don't like the way you did me. I provided you with a level of support. And when I needed support, you weren't available. And so, in the future, when I need this level of support, you showing up looks like this for me. We shy away from doing that though with people because I don't want them to know they hurt. I mean, I'm going to be all right. I'm going to be all right. But now you are subtracting the love that you could have given somebody else because this person didn't give you what you needed. So now you are robbing future friends, future relationships from the experience of all that is you because this person hurt you. And it's not fair. It's not fair. You are going to have friends in your life that are going to celebrate every good thing that happens to you. You are going to be able to have loving relationships that need every bit of you. And they are going to be able to tell their children and their friends about the experience of what it's like to be in your company. But you can't get to that place if you're robbing them of you. Now you are less than. Now you're taking away what you could offer and what you could be. And you are allowing somebody in the past to still rob you. They still are robbing you. They robbed you the time that they weren't there for you, and they're robbing you now. They're robbing you of having the best relationships you've ever had in your life. They're robbing you of peace. They're robbing you of joy because you made the decision to not forgive them. Now, when I say to forgive somebody, I want to be very clear about what I'm saying. Forgiveness is having the ability to take a circumstance and heal yourself. It's having the ability to say, I didn't see that person for the snake that they were, but I see it now, and I can deal with them accordingly in the future. I may even give them another opportunity to be my friend. Maybe. Forgiveness does not mean dummy. No, that is not what that means. If your friend straight up every payday be like, let me hold $50 and they don't give it back to you, forgiveness is not continuing to give them the 50. It's not. It's not. What forgiveness means for me is forgiving myself for not seeing the consequences sooner, forgiving myself for being so open to somebody who maybe didn't deserve for me to be as open as open with them. I forgive me. I forgive me. And in forgiving me, sometimes they still benefit. Sometimes they don't. But I don't require future people to pay because the experience of me is unlike any other. That's what I tell myself. Prettiness fades. You get older with time. Wrinkles come in. You're not the size you used to be. But the experience of me lives forever. I am a fantastic friend. Shoot, I'm funny. I can be funny. I care a lot about my friends. I try to be available as much as possible. I try to dream with you. I support you. You have a win, we have a win. If I have it, you have it. If I see that you are in a hole, I am going to use my strength to bring you out. I'm a mood. I'm a vibe. And dare I say that when people look at their value of who they are, they should look at what type of mood they are. If you are the type of person where people walk in and now they on pins and needles and here they come again. You know, it doesn't matter how pretty you are. People sick of you. They don't even want you here. You know, you have to be a memory. I don't even remember what we were laughing about, but yo, Tay had me dying laughing. I had to hold my side. I was laughing so hard and I was feeling terrible that day. Right? I need for the experience of me to be that. I need to be able to change your life by me being in your presence. I need for when I walk away, you felt that. You felt it. Okay? More than me just disappearing, okay? There's now a hole missing because I'm gone. And you realize that you really messed up because I'm a real one. Straight up. So sometimes we don't even have to give people words. They don't deserve that from us. We can either give them our energy or take it away. And that's enough. Me moving my eyebrows and moving my neck and meeting you like this, I can do that too. Shoot, I told y'all I grew up on Monroe and Baker. And when I moved from Monroe and Baker, I moved on Bennett Place off of Fremont Avenue. I can give it to you like anybody, okay? Any one of them. But the reality of it is, I want me to be an experience so much that I want you to act accordingly. I want my friends to feel like, yo, I gotta work this thing out with Tay because we're good friends and I need her. Yeah, that's what I want. Okay. Um, that's right. That's right. That's the type of friend you should be. You gotta be that type of friend. All right. So we've talked about our presence and mental health. Well, what did that have to do with mental health? Right? It's a different approach to mental health. It's a different approach because the energy that we are and the energy that we give all exists here in the mind. All of it is there, right? The heart is figurative for the things that we love and the things that we cherish, but our mind is where we make decisions. And we make decisions about the type of energy that we're going to give and the type of energy that we choose to absorb in our heart. Mental health means I am making a decision that I no longer have the energy to give you or this situation. Mental health also says I need to take a moment to myself to realize what I'm going to do moving forward. Because the type of person that I want to be, I don't want somebody to have the ability to take me off of my pedestal because I had to get down to address them. I don't want to be that person moving forward. Mental health gives you the ability in your mind to see yourself in the future and then become. That's the beauty of it. It's the beauty of the mind. Not only do you get a chance to imagine, but you get a chance to become. And I tell my daughter this, I tell my children, I talk to my husband, I talk to my friends. It's a beautiful place to see something in your mind and decide, I'm going to be that. And we can do that with our emotions as well. I never liked the fact that when I address people like this, I felt terrible after doing that. because I felt like somebody had the ability to just make me their puppet. Like they just had the ability to make me upset and make me angry. And really by me even having that language of they made me was me being a victim. It was me being a victim. They didn't make me do anything. I didn't have control, but I wanted it. I wanted to be at a level of peace. I wanted to have a personality that people were drawn to instead of afraid of. And when I say afraid of, I'm nothing to fear. I don't want to be feared. I thought fear meant respect. And so I kind of thrived on that at one time. But the reality of it is, I would much prefer for me to be the type of person where they say, oh man, Tay is down. What can I do? Because she's done that for me. That is love. That is love for me. Love for me is action, it's not words. When I tore my MCL, love was my friends saying, Tay can't cook, so I'm going to drop these meals off at her house. Love for me was someone saying, I realize Tay gives off a lot of energy and I'm going to make sure to call her to make sure she's okay. And I put this card in the mail and I made sure that she read it and she got a smile on her face. That's love. That's love. It's not somebody being like, I love you so much. Did I tell you I love you? I love you. I love you. I love you. No, love is action. Love is action. It's people showing up. And it's not this didn't do it. It wasn't the finger in the face. It's he said, hey, yo, not take can't cook. Hey, guess what? Check this out. With this ripped knee, I was not coming down them stairs. No, my knee was jacked up, and the last thing I'm going to do is be sitting in somebody's kitchen peeling potatoes, making homemade mashed potatoes. Not with this knee. You better just move on. Right? But I loved more than anything that I had friends that loved me, right? And I had other friends that were upset that I didn't tell them sooner because they like, oh no, see, I need to be able to throw my hat in the ring. I need to be able to show Tay love because when she get back up on her feet, I already know. I want to be her friend. I want to show her love now because I already know that Tay is a vibe. I'm trying to get in there with her being my friend. Absolutely. I'm that friend. I'm 100% that friend. Okay? So, now one of y'all didn't text me yet. Y'all treating me like the stepchild again, but maybe that's a good thing. Maybe that's a good thing. I'm happy to know that apparently you all are in a place where you are doing well, and that makes me happy. It does. I think about you all the time and the different things that you're going through, the different things that you have to endure on a regular basis. And I told a friend this recently. When I was growing up, having a two-parent household was, not an everyday thing, right? For the next generation, they had a one-parent household, and for many of you today, you are raising yourselves. And I am sorry. I am sorry because you deserve better. If there's one thing that I value more than anything, it's life. I value life. I value other people's life. And I think that life is a privilege. And I detest, loathe when people do not treat life with the respect that they should. When children come around and they come along and they don't feel the love that I feel like they should have. Um, it bothers me. I told you, I don't know if I shared with you all that my mother was adopted. And that has shaped me as a person and how I define family and how I look at things that people just kind of take for granted. I didn't have the aunts and the uncles. Um, I just didn't. And even at us growing up, we just didn't have somebody to show us how. But my mom wanted more than anything to be able to show us um, love, even in a moment where she didn't get her biological background. She gave us everything that she had. And sometimes when we got older, we had to figure it out as well. But when I think of you all as young adults, I want to be able to express to you all that you have the ability to be absolutely anything that you deem worthy of your space, your presence, and your time. I don't want you to define who you are based off of what you've seen. I don't want you to define who you are based off of who you were yesterday. You have the right to be anything you want to be. So even if yesterday you fuss somebody out, curse somebody out, and similar to myself, you felt bad about that thing later on, make a promise to yourself that you are going to be better and you're going to do better, even if you have disappointed yourself time and time again. Keep practicing and keep trying because the future version of yourself needs you to make this decision now. The future version of yourself needs you to believe in us. I need for you to see me in the future and realize that we can be better. We can be better. We didn't get it. We didn't have it. Our parents didn't give it to us. Our environment robbed us. And yet, with all of that being stacked against us, you can still win. And so, more than ever, I don't know if I have taken the opportunity to thank you all because you all invited me in and you showed me love exactly as I am, without requesting anything different, without feeling like, ain't this somebody else, right? You all show up and you're engaged, and you all are a very young girl's dream come true. So, that is actually it for me. I just wanted to make sure that I told you all that. Don't always feel that people know. Sometimes they don't, and we have to tell them. So, um, please know that about me more than anything. Um, you all are a dream come true for me. Okay, so we have a few minutes left. I don't know if you all want to ask any questions, you want to bring anything up that we have not addressed today, but I just want to give you all the opportunity to do so because I have been chit-chatting for almost an hour now, and I want to make sure that I'm addressing the things that are important to you, and that are going to be helpful and useful to you all moving forward. So please, please, please let me know. Y'all quiet today, boy. Y'all are quiet today. I just touched y'all so deeply, y'all don't have nothing else, huh? I just poured it all out and y'all cup runneth over. Cause that would be good to know. All right, let me see. Oh, okay. Look, I was like, am I frozen again? All right. Okay. So, what are you going to do? That's how I want to close this out. Okay. Um, okay. How do you do so well when you're by yourself? The beauty of being by yourself, it means that you can give all energy to yourself. That is not that's not a liability. That's an asset. When you have a lot of people to take care of and things to address, it's not as easy. Being by yourself gives you the ability to imagine for yourself and to become without the weight of having to take care of a child or someone else feeling like you should be more than. Being by yourself gives you the ability to use your time as you see fit, to reflect, to build, to grow. I wish I had done more of that when I was by myself, but it's definitely a plus. Being by yourself gives you the ability to grow, and all the sun is yours. You don't have to share your energy with others. You know, you get a chance to selfishly just focus on you, which is a beautiful, beautiful place. Um, do I ever think about starting a podcast? I do. I think sometimes, and I'm being really honest with you all, my confidence is not always on 1,000. Right? It's not there all the time. Sometimes I have to pep talk myself. And I really think sometimes, like if I have a podcast, would people even listen to the podcast? I'm not sure. You know, sometimes I would be lying to you all if I said that my confidence is on 1,000 all the time. It's not. And so I wonder sometimes with the podcast whether people will tune in. That's my thought if I'm being honest with you all. And I really do endeavor to be honest with you all because that's I can't tell you all about growth without being honest with you all about how I have to deal with certain things by myself. Um, that I appreciate that. I appreciate that you feel that the sessions are facts and truths. That means a lot to me. It really does. Yeah, man, you give all the energy to yourself. Okay, you get a chance to develop yourself and grow without having to figure out another child that you done brought into the world, figure out their education. And what about if they have anxiety and somebody's bullying them in school and now you got to go check that situation? Okay, being by yourself means that I might decide to cook myself an elaborate meal. I might just decide to eat a piece of toast. Right? And I can do that, right? Without feeling like I'm letting anybody down. 100%. Focus on you. Be selfish. Shoot. This is the time to do so. He said, "This is the podcast without the title." Absolutely, that's how I feel. I feel like this is the podcast for real. The only thing about the podcast that I would absolutely love to do is to bring light to things that people don't really talk about. I try to incorporate that here as much as I can, but not everybody is comfortable. Not everybody is comfortable, and I was just one of those kids that just was not comfortable. Oh my goodness. If you all had met me when I was younger, y'all be like, was that you? It was. It was. Um so I definitely as a child wanted to ask questions about things, and I felt like everybody else knew and maybe I just missed that class or something. Like that's how I felt. I felt like just talking about like things like personal hygiene, those are conversations that people will readily make fun of you for if it's off, but nobody really talks about having to change things up and switch things up. So if I did a podcast, it would definitely be to bring a voice to those fears and have them discussed. That is definitely a goal of mine eventually. It is 6:59. And I went over one time, and I ain't gonna do that again because Joni ain't here to be like, all right, 5 more minutes, whatever. I'm gonna follow the rules today. So again, please, 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 if you decide today that the future version of yourself is different than who you are today, do something about it. All right. As always, thank you all for the love. Thank you all for the time. Thank you all for allowing me into your lives. And see you later. Until next time. Bye, everybody.